What's up guys, Jared Beckstrand here, Doctor of Physical Therapy, ToneAndTighten.com, and in this video I want to share with you some of my favorite exercises to strengthen your shoulder, improve stability at that joint, and help eliminate your pain. Let's do it right now. Your shoulders are the most mobile joint in your body. They are capable of the greatest quantity of motion. They have the greatest range of motion available at that shoulder joint. Now, because of that, there are quite a few muscles that act to control that quantity of motion. While you have many muscles that control how much the shoulder moves, there are 4 key muscles that control the quality of that motion or how that motion occurs. Those muscles we refer to as your rotator cuff. Now, if those rotator cuff muscles become weak, or even by comparison, all the other muscles become strong and start to overpower that rotator cuff, the result can be a decrease in the quality of motion at your shoulder joint. This can lead to irritation, inflammation, and eventually even pain in this area. That means that one of the best things that you can do to keep your shoulder healthy and pain-free is increase the strength of your rotator cuff muscles, and that's exactly what you're going to get in this video today. I wanted to share with you some of my favorite rotator cuff strengthening exercises to improve the quality of motion in your shoulder and hopefully decrease whatever pain you might be experiencing. Now, with these exercises, I want to show you options with dumbbells, resistance bands, and cables so that we can find something that's going to work for your unique situation. Let's get into them right now. Exercise number 1 is elevation in the scapular plane. Nobody cares what that means. Oftentimes you'll hear this referred to as a full can exercise. Just like if I were to have a full can in my hand and then bring it up into this position, that's where it gets its name. So what you're going to do is grab a light set of dumbbells, stand with good posture. The first and most important step is I want you to tuck your shoulder blades down and back. Pull your shoulder blades together and then keep them in that position throughout this exercise. You're then going to slowly raise those dumbbells at approximately a 45-degree angle, meaning not straight out in front of you, not straight out to your side, but somewhere in between those at a 45-degree angle until your hands are approximately as high as your head, and then slowly return back down to that starting position. Again, the goal here is to keep your shoulder blades together and then tucked down. I don't want your shoulders to migrate up towards your ears as you perform this exercise. If the dumbbells are too heavy and if they offer too much resistance and increased pain in your shoulder, you can certainly put the dumbbells down and simply perform this exercise with no resistance at all. If you have some resistance bands at home, you can perform this exercise with resistance bands. Simply grab the tail ends of the band, step on the middle of it, and then everything else stays the same. Really good posture, shoulders down and back. Lift the tails up to about the height of your head and then slowly return to the starting position. You're going to shoot for about 15 to 25 repetitions of this and then repeat that 3 times. Your rotator cuff muscles get their name from the motion that they perform at your shoulder, namely external and internal rotation. Let's start to strengthen through some of these rotation motions. One of my favorite ways to do that with a dumbbell is with some side-lying external rotation. What you're going to do is lay down on your side with your elbow bent to a 90-degree angle. I like to grab a small rolled up towel and place that between my side and my elbow, as that helps to activate these muscles a little bit better and puts your shoulder in a little bit better position. Now what you're going to do is pull that dumbbell up towards the ceiling. It's important that you keep your elbow tucked to your side and bent to a 90-degree angle, and then slowly return back down to that starting position. Now, just like with our full can exercise, if the resistance of the dumbbell is too much or causes any pain in your shoulder, feel free to let it go and just perform this exercise using the weight of your arm. Now, if you have some resistance bands available, you can also perform this exercise standing upright as follows. What you're going to do is anchor that band at approximately belly height. I want you to keep your elbow bent to that same 90-degree angle and keep that elbow tucked right into your side. Once again, a small rolled up towel is really going to help you to keep that proper form. Tuck the shoulder blade down and back, keep that shoulder out of your ear, and then we're going to pull the band out to the side, maintaining that 90-degree bend in our elbow. Slowly return to the starting position, and then you can continue to perform your reps in this manner. Now, the two biggest mistakes that I see with this exercise is that people have a tendency to let their elbow drift out to the side. If you keep that towel tucked up into your side, it's going to eliminate that error, because as soon as your elbow starts to drift away, that towel falls down to the ground. We want to keep that elbow tucked in tight with the elbow at a 90-degree angle throughout that motion, which brings me into the second error that I see a lot. People will have a tendency to straighten their elbow out as they're performing this exercise. This eliminates the rotation that's supposed to be occurring at the elbow. Your solution there is to stay bent right at that 90-degree angle. Again, 15 to 25 repetitions is a good number to shoot for, and then we're going to repeat that 3 times with these resistance band external rotation exercises. Now, with resistance bands, we can actually introduce internal rotation and strengthening of those internal rotator muscles. First things first with this, those internal rotators are going to be a lot stronger than your external rotators, and therefore you can use a much stiffer resistance band to do this. Start with your elbow at a 90-degree angle and your hand in an externally rotated position. I still like that towel up between the rib cage and the elbow as you're going to pull that resistance band across your midsection. Nice and slow forward, and then return it to the starting position nice and slow as well. That is the motion of internal rotation, and that is how we strengthen it with a resistance band. 15 to 25 reps, repeated 3 times is a great number to shoot for. If you have access to a cable machine in your gym, you can also perform these resisted external and internal rotation exercises on that cable machine. The setup is still the same, the exercise mechanics still look the same, and you're still going to shoot for approximately 15 to 25 repetitions and repeat that 3 times. In fact, these resisted external and internal rotation exercises on the cable machine are what I personally perform before every upper body workout that I do, just to get my rotator cuff muscles nice and warmed up and help me through my workout. Finally, this last exercise is a great way to strengthen your external rotators with your shoulder blade muscles, 2 muscle groups that really love to work together and need to work together to keep your shoulder pain-free. This is going to be a face pull. What I want to do is show you on the cables and the bands first, and then I'll show you a dumbbell variation. Now, to set this up, what I want you to do is set your cables or anchor your bands at approximately eye level. Pull your shoulder blades down and back to seat them into the proper position, and then you're going to externally rotate at your shoulders. Basically, you see here in the video, I'm bringing my thumbs right back towards the camera, right back towards you guys, and then return back down to that starting position. So again, seat your shoulder blades down and back as you pull your elbows out to the side. As your elbows are coming out to the side, you're going to externally rotate to pull your thumbs straight back behind you. At the top of that repetition, your thumbs should be pointing behind you. This is true for both the cables as well as the bands. Now, if you don't have cables or bands available, you can do this exercise with a pair of dumbbells as follows. You're going to hold your dumbbells in your hands, hinge forward at your hips, keep your low back nice and straight. Now, in this position, you're going to bring your shoulder blades together as you're pulling the dumbbells up towards your face and back behind you. You see that the motion is about the same here as what I showed you on the cables and with the bands. We're just going to lean forward so that the resistance of those dumbbells is in the right motion. At the top of the rep, the shoulder blades should be squozed together nice and tight, and those thumbs pointing backwards, and then you're going to slowly return back down to that starting position. 3 sets of 15 to 25 repetitions is a great number to shoot for here as well to increase the strength of your rotator cuff muscles, improve the stability in your shoulder joint, and ultimately help you to feel better. If you're looking for another great video to help with your shoulder pain, I hope that you check this one out right here. Also, if you haven't done so already, I hope you subscribe to Tone and Tighten here on YouTube. You can do that at the circle button right here. And until next time, we'll see you again on Tone and Tighten.